Hello, dear tutor. This is group number 2 of Didactics of Social Science, and we're going to present the task number 2, and the country we chose is Peru. So we're going to talk about Peru. Officially, the Republic of Peru. It is a country in the western South America. It is bordered in the north by Ecuador and Colombia, in the east by Brazil, in the southeast by Bolivia, and in the south by Chile, and in the west by the Pacific Ocean. Peru is an extremely biodiverse country with habitats ranging from the arid plains of the Pacific coastal region in the west to the peaks of the Andes Mountains, vertically extending from the north to the southeast of the country to the tropical Amazon basin rainforest in the east with the Amazon River. Peru is known as an Andino paradise, and it is the third largest country in South America. This is one of the most visited places in the world because of its mystical Inca city, Machu Picchu, recognized as one of the most amazing places in the world. Okay, in this slide we find information about some nomenclature of Peru. We have the flag, we have the capital. The capital of Peru is Lima, and its national currency is New Sol or Nuevo Sol. Now, here we have some of the most representative things of Peru. We have its national flower, it's the cantuta. We have its national animal, vicuña. Its national bird is cock of the rock. The national or iconic place of Peru is Machu Picchu, and the representative musical instrument we found is la caja. Now we're going to talk about population and political organization or division in our country. So population, we have 31.77 million people. The provinces of Peru, known in Spanish as provincias, they are the second level administrative subdivision of this country. They are divided into districts or distritos. There are 196 provinces in Peru, grouped into 25 regions, except for the Lima province, which doesn't belong to any region. This makes an average of 7 provinces per region. The region with the fewest provinces is Callao, and the region with the most is Ancash. While provinces in the sparsely populated Amazon rainforest of eastern Peru tend to be larger, there is a large concentration of them in the north-central area of the country. The province with the least number of districts is PERU province, with just 1 district. The province with the most districts is Lima province, with 43 districts. The most common number of districts per province is 8, and total of 29 provinces share this number of districts. Okay, we're going to talk about the physical geography of Peru. We can find 3 different landscapes along this country. These are Amazon rainforest, highlands, and coast. These are the main landscapes in this country. In the Amazon rainforest, it represents the 59% of the national territory, and the 12% of the population lives here. It's a region covered by tropical vegetation, and it is called the Peruvian Amazon. We can find the largest natural reserves in this place. The weather is hot, tropical, and plenty of rain. Well, highlands. Highland represents the 30% of the national territory, and the 36% of the population live here. It is a region denominated by the Andes, with the highest point reaching 6,768 meters at the pinnacle of the Mount Huarascan. The weather here is dry, and the temperature has huge variations during the day. The coast represents the 11% of the national territory, and we can find the 52% of the population here. It's close to 3,000 kilometers of deserts with wide beaches and fertile bayous. In the north section, the weather is sunny all year round. The central is the temperature is a region with no rain, but humid and plenty of cloud cover. Now we have the main rivers of Peru. We have the Amazon River, is the most representative river here, and we have also Purus River, Purua River, Maranon River, Javari, which is shared by Peru and Brazil, Napo River. Napo River is crossing Peru and Ecuador territories, while Huallaga River, which is wholly within Peru. As we said before, Peru is a biodiverse country, so we can find several species of animals, plants, kinds of food. So we are going to talk about the main of every one of these topics. And talking about animals, we chose the llama and alpaca, which are the most representative animals in this country. La llama is the largest of South American camelids. Full-size llama is 1.30 to 1.80 meters tall, and the top of the head can weigh 130 kilograms to 200 kilograms. Used as a pack animal, the wool is not of very high quality. Its meat is consumed in Bolivia and in Peru, only dried, called charqui. The alpaca. This is smaller than the llama. Full size of the alpaca is 1 meter. The withers of weighs 70 kilograms maximum. Alpaca fiber is of very high quality, and this animal has the lowest level of cholesterol of any meat. Peru is the largest breeder of alpacas. There are 2 species. The most common is the huacaya, with a dense and fluffy wool, while the suri has a long and wavy fleece. Here we have the most representative Peruvian plants. We can observe or take a look over these plants and compare with the vegetation in the rest of the continent. As we said before, we can find the cancuta as the national flower in Peru. We can also find palm trees, cactus. This is normal because Peru has an important part of its territory as a desert. We have cedrus, we have quina tree, bromeliads, orchids, and moss and cod clones. Talking about Peruvian cuisine, it reflects local practices and ingredients including influences from the indigenous population, including the Inca, and cuisines brought in with immigrants from Europe, like Spanish, Italian, and German cuisine, from Asia, like Chinese and Japanese cuisine, and West Africa. Without the familiar ingredients from their home countries, immigrants modified their traditional cuisines by using ingredients available in Peru. The four traditional staples of Peruvian cuisine are corn, potatoes, and other tubers like amaranthus, quinoa, cañihua, and kiwicha, and legumes like beans and lupins. Staples brought by the Spanish include rice, wheat, and meats like beef, pork, and chicken. Many traditional foods such as quinoa, kiwicha, chili peppers, and several roots and tubers have increased in popularity in recent decades, reflecting a revival of interest in native Peruvian food and culinary techniques. Okay, talking about the touristic places or most representative places in Peru, we can find Cusco. It's a city in the southeastern Peru near the Urubamba Valley of the Andes mountain range. It is the capital of the Cusco region as well as the Cusco province. The site was the historic capital of the Inca Empire from the 13th until the 16th century's Spanish conquest. In 1983, Cusco was declared a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. It has become a major tourist destination, hosting nearly 2 million visitors a year. The Constitution of Peru designates it as a historical capital of Peru. Machu Picchu. This is a historic sanctuary. It stands 2,430 meters above the sea level in the middle of a tropical mountain forest in an extraordinarily beautiful setting. It was probably the most amazing urban creation of the Inca Empire, and its height, its giant walls, terrace, and ramps seems as if they have been cut naturally in the continuous rock escarpments. The natural setting on the eastern slopes of the Andes encompasses the upper Amazon basin with its rich diversity of flora and fauna. Nazca is a city and system of valleys of the southern coast of Peru. It is also the name of the largest existing town in the Nazca province. The name is derived from the Nazca culture that flourished in the area between 100 before Christ and 800 after Christ. This culture was responsible for the Nazca lines and the ceremonial city of Cachuahuachi. They also constructed an impressive system of underground aqueducts named puquios that still function today. Chiclayo is the city. This city was founded near an important prehistoric archaeological site, the Northern Wari ruins, which constitute the remains of the city from the 7th to the 12th century Wari Empire. And finally, Iquitos. It is known as the capital of the Peruvian Amazon. The city is located in the Great Plains of the Amazon basin, fed by the Amazon, Nanay, and Italia rivers. Overall, it constitutes the Iquitos metropolitan area and conurbation of 421,993 inhabitants, consisting of 4 districts: Iquitos, Puchana, Belén, and San Juan Bautista. It is the largest city in the world that cannot be reached by road. It is accessible only by river and air. Talking about weather or climate in Peru, we can find that the rain occurs between May and November. The weather is cool in the mountains, and in winter Peru has gray clouds called garua over the coast. The climate in the mountains is especially cool in the nights. Peru has great mixed climates. For example, in Peru, the rains are abundant in some of the mountains. The western mountains receive less than 10 inches of rain a year, while the eastern mountains might receive more than 40 inches of rain each year.